It is 11 at night. The room is quiet and your brain is quietly replaying one small conversation from this afternoon on a loop you never chose. You said something ordinary, a joke that landed a half-second late, a word you wish you had picked better. Nothing happened, and yet here you are. You are not remembering it. You are reliving it, hunting for the exact moment you think you got it wrong so you can finally rewrite it. If your mind keeps handing you the same 3 seconds long after everyone else forgot them, I want to say this plainly, you are not broken. Psychologists have a calm name for the after-the-fact loop. They call it post-event processing, the slow mental review of a social moment once it is over. The looping itself has a name too. Rumination, not thinking a problem through to an answer but circling the same worry without ever landing anywhere. The difference matters. Reflection moves forward and finds something. Rumination moves in a circle and finds only the next lap of the same feeling. The people around you have a simpler story. They call it overthinking. They tell you to let it go as if you had a switch for it. Stop caring so much. It was not a big deal. Nobody even noticed. All true, and none of it turns the loop off for you. Here is the reversal. The replay is not a flaw in your character. It is your mind doing a job it genuinely thinks keeps you safe. A brain that replays social moments is a brain scanning for error, trying to protect one thing above almost everything else, your place in the group. For most of human history, being cast out of the group was dangerous, so the mind learned to watch closely for any sign it had slipped. Somewhere early, maybe a room where approval could turn cold fast, you learned that a small wrong word could quietly change how safe you felt. A child who had to read the mood to stay safe grows into an adult who reads every conversation twice just to be completely sure. So the replay is not vanity. It is not you being obsessed with yourself. It is an old alarm checking whether the connection still holds. Notice what the loop circles. Not your wins, not the times you were kind. Only the one line you think might have cost you something. That is self-focused attention. Under social pressure, the spotlight swings off the room and onto you, and suddenly you can feel every word you said. The problem is that the spotlight distorts. It makes your small stumble feel enormous and everyone else's forgetting feel completely impossible. Because here is the quiet truth. The other person almost certainly does not remember the moment you have now watched 40 separate times. There is even a name for that gap. The spotlight effect. We badly overestimate how much other people notice and remember about us. They were in their own loop, replaying their own line, sure that you were judging them for something you have completely forgotten already. Let that land for a second. Everyone in that conversation walked away a little worried about themselves. The audience you fear is busy fearing you back. So if the replay is protective, why does it hurt so much? Because a good alarm that never turns off stops being protection at all. Here is the shadow side, honestly. A little review is normal. A loop that runs for hours quietly becomes a tax on your whole evening. The replay does not just remember the past. It rehearses the future. It teaches you to shrink, to over-prepare, to say a little less next time. You start editing yourself before you speak because some part of you is already dreading tonight's replay of whatever you are about to say. That is the real cost, not the lost sleep, though that is real. It is the slow narrowing of how freely you let yourself be. Rumination can also feel productive, and that is the trap. It wears the mask of problem-solving while quietly solving absolutely nothing at all. So how do you tell the difference in the moment? Ask one question. Is this review going to change anything, or just replay the ache? If there is a real repair to make a text, to send an apology, to offer, that is reflection. Do it and the loop can rest. But if you have circled the same 3 seconds 4 times and found nothing new that is not thinking, that is your alarm stuck on. An alarm does not need more analysis. It needs to be told gently that the danger has passed and that you are still fine. One thing that helps is naming it out loud. I am replaying this again. Naming the loop as a loop loosens its grip a little. Another is widening the lens. You have been staring at one frame. Step back and the whole conversation was ordinary warm, mostly forgotten by now. You can give the alarm an answer. If they were upset, they can tell me. Until then, I get to assume that we are okay. None of this is about becoming a person who never reviews anything. That person does not exist, and honestly, you would not want to be them. Some care about how you land on people is a good thing. It is part of what makes you thoughtful, easy to be around, safe to know. The goal is not to kill the review. It is to let it do its quick job and then close instead of running all night long. It helps to remember where the loop came from. It was built by a younger you who genuinely needed to track the mood to stay safe. That younger you was not weak. They were paying attention because attention was the tool they had. The loop is old gratitude wearing worry's clothes. So when it starts up tonight, you do not have to fight it like an enemy. You can meet it like a nervous friend who means well. You can say thank you for watching out for me. I have looked. There is nothing here that needs fixing. We can put it down now. Slowly with practice, the loop gets shorter. Not gone. Shorter. The replay that once ran for an hour runs for a minute, then quiet.